Join me for the 2 best days of my entire Japan trip, where I explored Kamakura and the surrounding area in the Kanagawa prefecture. I started day 1 taking a long-awaited trip on the Enoden Electric Railway, known for its world-famous green train cars which have been featured in many anime, before I visited Enoshima, an island full of shrines with a secret cave system hidden underneath. I returned to Kamakura on day 2 to explore multiple stunning temples before enjoying a sip of matcha green tea in a bamboo forest, as well as visiting one of the largest Buddha statues in the world. I've been waiting so long to say this, but welcome to JP in Japan, vlog number 10.
Good morning, Ohio. Today we're going to Kanagawa / Kamakura / Enoshima for unknown reasons. Definitely not anime related. I'm going to get the train down. It should take about an hour to get there, so it's not too far. Cool, let's get going. Started off today at Fujisawa Station, which is where I can get the train down to Enoshima, so that's going to be lots of fun.
I made my way through Fujisawa Station from the north entrance to the south exit, and after a small stroll, I arrived at the Enoden Electric Light Railway. The Enoden Railway is iconic, featuring in many anime, manga, and picturesque photos of the Kamakura area. I've been wanting to take a trip on it since it featured in one of my favourite anime and its intros. The train isn't known for its speed, it cruises through the built-up Fujisawa area, and it's nestled against buildings so closely you feel like you can touch them. After a short ride, I hopped off at Enoshima Station, a short walk from the popular island and beach. Given that it's now the summer holidays in Japan, the area was very busy, but that didn't stop me from taking some more photos.
Very cool. I'm at Enoshima now, so let's go find some good spots. It's very hot. Going over there. It's very, very hot today, but I've come prepared with an undershirt and a hat. Okay, now we have the long ass walk over to Enoshima. Almost out the island. It's been quite a long walk in a very bright sun. The walk is finally over. We made it to the island. I'm going to head up there, but first I'm going to get a drink and take a nice photo.
Enoshima is a beautiful historic island just off the south coast of Japan in Sagami Bay. Littered with so many shrines, Enoshima is such a great experience as you get to make your way up the island to witness brilliant views and so much culture nearby.
It's going to be a very long climb.
At the end of the main street, the climb up the island begins. As you ascend up towards the various shrines, you get a chance to experience breathtaking views which only get better with each step you take.
Some quiet spaces. Now back up we go for no other reason.
first location you arrive at your journey around the island is the first of the Enoshima shrines, Hetsunomiya. Enoshima Shrine is made of 3 main buildings which are scattered across the island for you to discover. A bustling shrine welcomes you with a spritz of water, which would be nice if it wasn't near max humidity.
You can pay to use an escalator instead of going up the stairs.
Hetsunomiya Shrine has an offering box placed in the middle of a small pond, so I thought it would be a good idea to test my athletic prowess and masterful technique.
I'm literally throwing money away. It's a lot quieter here. So I've made it to the top of the shrine, but I want to go to the viewing area, which is just around the corner. So I'm going to head over to there. As you can see, I'm very, very sweaty, but also doesn't help that they spray water on you. But let's keep going.
The observation deck is a short detour off of the main path and allows you to watch over the southern Japanese coastline while taking a break from the endless stairs. It may have also been featured in an anime, which will not be named here.
It's a very nice viewpoint up at the top.
Just a short walk from the observation deck is the second of the Enoshima shrines on the main path, Nakatsunomiya.
I think the craziest thing is that there's escalators and people are taking them instead of walking, because there's so much stuff you can see if you just walk up. I think I'm at the top now. There's like cafes and stuff up here, but I need to find some shade. I'm heading down now. I hope this doesn't mean that I have to walk back up.
I began my descent down to the other side of the island, a choice I may come to regret later on today.
There are so many shrines up here. It's crazy.
I reached the third and final main shrine on my tour around Enoshima, Okutsumiya. The surrounding area is littered with a great mix of smaller shrines and wooden structures. There are far fewer tourists as well due to the distance from the start of the island.
This looks interesting. That was loud.
I followed the flow of people and began descending the southern side of Enoshima Island. As you're stepping down the countless steps, the ocean bursts into view, dominating the entire horizon. Although I was unaware of it at the time, I was about to discover a fun side quest, which was the last thing I expected on this tropical island.
So for a small entry fee of 500 yen, I've come into some caves under Enoshima. I've been given a candle. I feel like I'm exploring a cave. Look what's up here. Wow.
Iwaya Caves are located at the very end of Enoshima's main path, and for a small entry fee of 500 yen, you can explore these wave-cut caves decorated with Buddhist shrines.
So in the first cave, they give you a candle to explore the cave with. That's very fun. Good 500 yen. I'm off to the second cave now, but walking along the bottom of the island. Okay, this looks very dark. So, okay, so this is clap your hands in front of the dragon. Here's the dragon. You ready? Okay, you have to walk back up. This sucks. Oh no. I made it back up to the top. That was pain. I've still got more steps to go as well. But it's really cool to go down. There's no escalator. So if you're an escalator person, unlucky, no case for you. Alright, I made it back to the top, which means now I can finally go back down.
I slowly returned back towards the north of the island, passing through the shrines I had previously explored, which gave me a much needed opportunity to soak up the view. Enoshima was a brilliant island to explore, and I cannot recommend it enough, especially for solo travellers like myself.
I can't believe that it's already 2 o'clock, but I've just spent so long exploring Enoshima. I've got a lot left to do today, but I feel like I should probably find somewhere to cool off, sit down inside for a bit, maybe grab some food before heading on to my next spot.
I made my way back to Enoshima Station to continue my journey on the Anoden Light Railway, and to quote one of my favourite light novels, the train continued along the streets until the view opened up to the sea, blue water as far as the eye could see, reflecting the morning sunlight, despite it not being morning.
It's insane how unbelievably busy this train line is. I think it's summer holidays, there are lots of tourists as well, but look at how busy it is. It's crazy. Yeah, I thought I'd get a nice photo. This is where they shoot an advert. Maybe I'll have to walk along to the spot I want to go next after this, but first thing I want to do is something very specific at this crossing, just up here. It's going to look really stupid in front of people, but I want to do it. I'm currently running so I can set up this shot, which is a bit wild. Okay, the angle is not perfect, but it's pretty close. So once this goes down, I need to go.
And now you are about to witness by far the weebiest thing I have ever done. I hope those who know what is about to happen enjoy it as much as I did.
Okay, that was very funny because some people right in front of me did exactly the same thing. Oh, okay, let's go. So, now that I've done my little fun thing, it's a shame it was the wrong train. Maybe I'll have to go back and do it again because it was the blue one, which is such a sad sight. But now I'm going to walk over to Shichirigahama Station, which is where the school is and the beach and everything cool. I'm also back at Slam Dunk Crossing again, it's very busy. It's very, very busy. Way too busy. I've made it to Shichirigahama Station. I'm pretty sure my legs are getting sunburned.
Shichirigahama is the setting for one of my favourite stories, so I had to make sure I paid it a visit. The quaint seaside station has amazing views and a stereotypical Japanese train crossing, which makes for a brilliant experience, especially for the fan of the show like me.
Probably very weird to say, but I'm at the school. It's literally just right outside the station. It is. Just up there.
From the station, it was just a short walk down the road to the beach, another book spot I wanted to visit.
Here I am.
Shichirigahama Beach is a little ways along from Enoshima Island, and although a walkaway, it is definitely possible to make your way around the coastline on foot, something I might attempt tomorrow. Being a beach of volcanic sand, the coastline has a grey-black tint, which is a large contrast to which I'm used to back home. The sea was warm and the sun was hot, and if you're lucky, you can sometimes spot Mount Fuji in the distance. Unfortunately, the summer haze prevented me from barely seeing Enoshima itself, which is just a fraction of the distance away. To cool off from a long day of walking in the Japanese summer sun, I paddled around in the sea with only a small hand towel to my name. This might not have been the best idea, but I'm now happy to say I've been in the water around Japan.
maybe going in the sea with only this towel probably wasn't the best idea. I'm very wet and I got splashed a lot. I had to dry my feet with this, so I don't know why I'm now wiping my face with it, but you can see through this towel. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. Maybe slowly head back, I guess. Sad times. It's been really good to come here.
I walked along the beach back to Shichirogahama Station, where I then took the Enoden back towards Enoshima and Fujisawa. I had successfully spent a full day exploring just a fraction of the area, and although I was not aware of it at the time, I was going to head back tomorrow to explore Kamakura and the countryside shrines that come along with it.
It's time to go home. Ah, sad times.
Good evening. I'm now back in my hotel. I haven't got that many days left, so maybe I will go back into Tokyo and get some food somewhere, or I was just going to walk over to Yoshinoya here. Thanks so much for coming along with me today. It's been so much fun. This has been a trip I've been wanting to make for ages. This is like the first thing I planned when I knew I was going to Tokyo. Of course it had to be on the day I was really tired, but I don't think that took away from the experience. I think it was amazing weather, maybe too hot, but I was ready for that. So thank you so much for coming with me. Oyasumi.
Today is the first day. I'm wearing a backpack, and because of that I'm wearing a kit top. Let's go.
After getting a much needed good night's sleep, I woke up and made the impulsive decision to continue my journey around Enoshima and Kamakura, not knowing that it would be by far my favourite day of my whole trip in Japan. Kamakura is one of Japan's ancient capitals with an extremely high density of ancient shrines and cultural spots to discover. I started my trip at Kamakura train station before heading north to Tsurugaoka Hachimangu. Tsurugaoka Hachimangu is the most important Shinto shrine in Kamakura and is the cultural centre of the city.
I'm in Kamakura. I haven't done anything yet, but I'm very much looking forward to exploring. It's nice and rural here. It's kind of like in the countryside. It's very near where I was yesterday, except I spent way too long at Enoshima. So let's go explore. Currently walking up the steps to the top.
Originally built in 1063, it served as both a Hachiman shrine and a Tendai Buddhist temple. Both the shrine and the city were built with feng shui in mind, with its location chosen because it had a mountain to the north, a river to the east, a great road to the west, and it was open on the south with Sagami Bay.
This is the first time I've actually seen a koi pond in the entirety of my trip. So I'm actually kind of savouring it quite a lot. It's really quiet here. The main temple, just over there, but just off the main path. So quiet, as always, in Japan. What are you doing?
So just over there is the Bantan in the middle of the lotus pond. I've kind of explored this temple quite a lot, so I'm going to get moving to the next spot. So I'm planning to find like the mini bamboo forest, which should be fun. So let's get going. I'm taking my time in the shade.
Currently walking like 1.5 kilometers down a main road. You can see literally next to the cars. Everyone's name in Oragairu, like all the characters, including the cat, named after places in Kamakura. So I'm currently in Yukinoshita, and to get here you have to pass through Kawasaki and Totsuka, and then there's Komachi Street, as well as Uegahama Beach. I'm pretty sure there's just a bus that takes you here, but you wouldn't see things like this if you didn't walk everywhere. Oh, nice bamboo. I think I made it.
Hokokuji is a Zen Buddhist temple famous for its bamboo garden, which makes sense given its nickname of the Bamboo Temple. Leading up to the temple and bamboo is a serene garden which is clearly well maintained.
It's really quiet and peaceful. Very nice. Bamboo is just up here. Up here there's the temple. I'm gonna go check out.
I could go on about the beauty and peacefulness of the temple and the gardens, but it might be better for me to shut up for a short while so that you can experience the relaxed, quiet atmosphere that I was able to enjoy while exploring this place. Nestled away in the corner of the bamboo forest is a tea house or chashitsu, which served authentic matcha green tea with a picturesque backdrop of the bamboo. This was a brilliant experience which gave me time to reflect on my day so far and really take in the relaxed atmosphere. Just a little north of Hokokuji, you can find Jomyoji, another Zen Buddhist temple hidden away up the hill. Despite being close to the main road, Jomyoji is a much quieter experience for those of you looking for a quiet tour of Buddhist culture. Jomyoji also has a tea house and Zen garden, but having just had one matcha green tea, I'm unsure that I was ready for another straight away.
Again, super quiet. No one around. Because you have to either walk a bit or get a bus, and then there's a very tiny entrance fee of 100 yen. So there's like 3 people in this entire place, and it's huge. Another bamboo forest. And there's no one here.
After touring the temple and gardens, I caught the bus back into Kamakura and then made my way onto my favourite train line, the Enodon, Enoshima bound.
So this isn't even the station that is closest to where I'm going to, but I kind of had to just stop there purely because of the name.
Just a short walk from Uegahama Station, Uegahama Beach is located in a small bay just around the corner from Shichirogahama. Despite its proximity, the sand here was distinctly less volcanic and the waves were much calmer.
I'm at Uegahama Beach. That's a fun name, isn't it? I wonder what it's from. Yeah, this is just a little bit further down from Shichirogahama, which is where I was yesterday, and where I'll probably go back to today, to be honest, because I'm thinking of getting the light rail back to Fujisawa and getting the train back from there, because it's actually quicker than going from Kamakura. It's the same price, and I get to see all my favourite spots again. So now we're just moving on to the next station, where I'm going to see the next thing in and around Kamakura.
I walked over to Hase and walked up the road towards Kotoko-in, a Buddhist temple with one of the 3 huge Buddha statues of Japan. After passing through Neomon Gate, you are greeted to a tranquil temple with a monumental bronze Buddha.
Daibetsu review. It looked cool. Is it worth it with the insane number of tourists there were? Absolutely not. Like, there was a huge queue for a ticket. Massive queue up the road, so I'm now going down a side street to get back. maybe don't go to massively popular places where I've found so many better spots.
After a short session of complaining, I blew off some steam by returning to my favourite station, Shichirigahama, before camping out in an attempt to get a photo of my favourite train line. And once I was satisfied with my snaps, I wandered back down towards the beach.
So I'm back on Shichirigahama Beach. I got the train from Dase to Shichirigahama, and I spent quite a long time trying to get like the perfect shot with the train and the school and the crossing. I think I did a pretty good job, but now I'm just walking up Shichirigahama up to maybe the next stop, maybe the one after, because it's very busy at the moment, so just reenacting the ending sequence, to be honest, but it's a very lovely day, so I might as well. Such a lovely station. Right, I'm walking back towards Enoshima. I haven't got the train yet. Maybe, if I'm lucky, I might be able to get the right train for the run. Alright, I'm back. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, I'm back here. Let's try it again. I don't know where the train is. Oh, here it is. Perfect timing.
Although happy that I was able to attempt this yesterday, I thought I might as well give it one more shot. Fortunately for me, the stars aligned and I was greeted with an empty path and the exact train I was looking for.
Entire beach from Shichirigahama, which is where it starts, all the way to Enoshima Beach, which is something I didn't do yesterday, but it's really nice, I guess because it's like cooler, nearing sunset, which is perfect for the next thing I have planned.
Before I could make my journey on the Enodome back to Fujisawa Station, I made my way over to Katase Nishihama Beach, a little west of Enoshima Island. As the sun began to set, the conditions became almost perfect for the final activity that I had planned. All good things must come to an end, so before the credit sequence I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video. It's taken me well over a month to edit to make it just the way I wanted, so if you've made it this far I'd really appreciate if you left a comment so I know the effort was worth it. The next vlog will be my last one of the series, so thank you again for watching JP in Japan, and I'll leave you with my outro sequence.
さすが作田、豚野郎だな。